up with the cowboy hat. Is that Andy?
Yeah.
He's the best. I can't believe I didn't freaking dress up.
Welcome students, teachers, parents, and administrators. Thank you for coming. Please remove all your hats. Welcome to Parsippany High School 2018 New Year's Congressional Campaign at home. We're going to hear four district candidates running for Senate next week's board. We will also have an opportunity to vote in your class for Senate. I will be asking the candidates of each party to answer important questions. We will have 2 minutes to respond to my first question. We will then take questions from the audience for each candidate. I will then ask the second question, and the candidates will have 1 minute to respond. After the candidates have answered my questions in the allotted time, we will take questions from the audience. We ask that you remain respectful to all the speakers who are participating in today's event. Can the candidates please introduce themselves?
Good morning. I'm Bob Menendez, running for the Democratic Party.
Hi, I'm Bob Buchan, running for the Republican Party.
Hi, I am Murray Saban, the candidate for the Libertarian Party.
Good morning. I'm Trisha Flanagan, Independent.
Our audience today is mostly made of young Americans. Many here today are concerned about the future. Why should young Americans trust you with their future concerns most of you? We'll start with Mr. Senator Menendez.
Thank you, Max. As a father of 2, I understand how important college is for you. What I want to do is lower the cost for college, because each year, college just keeps getting higher and higher and higher. So what I want to do for that is institute a 2-year free community college so you can worry less and make a 4-year college more affordable. On that note, what comes with college is loans. Loans are expensive. They're crazy. They really hit me right here. 60% of New Jerseyans face $31,000 in student loan debts. That's mad. That's crazy. You can buy so many things for that money. So what I want to do for you is refinance those loans so you can come out of college swimming. I don't want you drowning in student debt. I want you to come out of college feeling good about yourself. Okay, I know that might be a lot, so everybody take a deep breath. Teachers in the back, please do this too. You're welcome to do this. Everybody take a deep breath. Okay. That breath you may not experience in a couple of years. Your future children and your dogs, pets, whatever, may not experience that same breath. What I want to do is punish corporations like Celgene and really come hard on them, because I and your future children and your dogs, your pets, want to have a clean environment. Thank you.
We will now take questions from candidates in the audience.
You gave a speech on the Senate floor calling for all women to be believed, yet you claim that no one should believe the underage girls accusing you of rape. While the FBI has specifically corroborated evidence to back up these allegations, how do you respond to this?
Thank you for the question. I understand what has happened during the past couple of months, and I understand my image has been tainted. But what I want to really say, I'm not the only one. There are candidates up here who really raised the price of a drug 3 times for patients who really needed it. How can you do that? How can you help want to help an innocent child and say, forget it? Raise the price 3 times and make them suffer. What I want to do is help you guys, the people of New Jersey, and thrive and live your life. Thank you.
Young Americans, let me start by saying this. Your future is in danger. One of my opponents has had 25 years to help the young people of New Jersey, and frankly, he has failed every single one of you. Now, As young Americans, I can understand that it can be difficult to know whether or not your representatives in Congress are truly there to represent you. But if I, Bob Hubin, am elected to be your senator, I promise you that I will always put the people of New Jersey first. The biggest barrier to you young people is the current economic situation in New Jersey. Not only is our unemployment rate higher than the national average, we also have some of the highest income and property tax rates. Personally, this is not the type of bleak future that I want to have to look forward to as young Americans. Secondly, your current educational opportunities are another barrier that continues to prevent you guys from prospering in the future. I want to institute high-quality preschools so that everyone has an equal opportunity to start off on the right foot. Not only does it start at the preschool level, but it continues up through the high school and middle school levels. Your education should not be determined based off your socioeconomic status or your zip code. This also includes expanding the current vocational opportunities at the middle and high school level. Now, I understand that I am a Republican candidate, but I can tell you right now that I will always put the people of New Jersey first. Your future is in danger, I will say it again, because one of my opponents has failed you. But I promise that if you vote for me, Bob Hubin, to be your next senator, you will have a brighter future. Thank you.
Now take questions.
On your website, you say you support the LGBT community, but what do you think of the Trump administration wanting to create a legal definition of gender?
Thank you for that question. I'm going to preface my answer to that question by saying that I will go against our President Donald Trump if it is in the best interest for New Jersey. That being said, I believe that what President Trump is proposing will have a negative impact on the specific community, and therefore I am against it. I am in full support of equality for this community, so I will continue to fight for them. Thank you.
Take one more question.
Why did you decide to run for the Senate? What motivated you?
Thank you for your question. So, frankly, I believe that New Jersey deserves better. My opponent, Bob Menendez, sitting right there, will try to influence you with his various persona and his enthusiasm, but what lies underneath that? Corruption. And I believe that New Jersey deserves better, and if you guys, the young people of America, give New Jersey the chance for change, then change will come.
Now, something that I believe will impact every single one of your futures is the tax system in New Jersey. Because the fact of the matter is that for every tax dollar we send to Washington, D.C., we get 78 pitiful cents back. What does that mean? That probably sounds like nothing here. Well, that's the reason this school is hot in the summer, cold in the winter. That's the reason that your roads are cracked and are pothole infested. And that is the reason that people are abandoning this state in absolute scores, because our income taxes are absolutely astronomical. And if I'm your senator, I'm going to fight tooth and nail to lower those to zero. Because I don't believe that the government has the God-given right to take your hard-earned money. I think you earn your paycheck, you get to keep it. The government does not earn the right to take your money away from you when you have worked so tirelessly for it. I simply do not believe that that is okay. And the reason that if you take nothing away from my presentation today, understand that as a libertarian, I want the government to have minimal interference in your life. I want the government to be as out of your business as possible, so long as you are a peaceful, loving New Jersey.
We can now take 2 questions from the audience. The last question, please rise.
Hello, Mr. Saban. I have a question. So, how do you plan to deal with every illegal immigrant present in the United States since you are so strict on people illegally crossing the border?
Well, the reason, thank you for your question, but so my stance on illegal immigration, I myself being an immigrant from Lithuania, my father being a freedom fighter, fought against Nazis, I completely understand why people think that being a dreamer kind of entitled to be. And my parents and I did everything legal. We were vetted, we came here very legally at the time. And I think that if you can be verified as someone who's very peaceful and loving, like I said, I think that you should be offered a route to permanent, residency, and then from there you got your path to citizenship if you're a rapist on murder in a gang with MS-13, and you perform some of the gruesome crimes that these animals have performed. I think you should absolutely be deported immediately. So it's time to split between those two people. Those are my two answers.
Finally, Mrs. Glenn.
Thank you, Max. Young Americans, you should trust me with your vote because I want to give you a prospering economy for your families, and your children. Right now, under the Trump administration, his greatest achievement has been his tax cuts. We have seen an increase in our GDP nationally and a decrease in our unemployment. These are great national averages. What does it mean for the average New Jerseyan? In New Jersey alone, from September 2017 to September 2018, we've seen an increase of 58,000 jobs being added to our economy. That is 58,000 jobs, 58,000 career opportunities, 58,000 ways to pay off your student debt. What is the number one thing that many students look for when they come out of college? A job. And under this president, we have seen an increase in jobs and in the lowering of unemployment. If you vote for me, you'll know how I'm going to vote. I'm just going to come out right now and say I'm a conservative through and through. I believe that every individual has rights and they should be protected. The right to say whatever's on their mind. The right to protect themselves. And yes, let's go there. The right to live at whatever portion you are in your life. My opponents, Bob Hugin and Bob Menendez, are not Trump Republicans, and Bob Menendez is far from it. My opponent, Bob Hugin, has distanced himself several times on this campaign trail. How do you know how he will vote in the Senate floor? How far away will he distance himself from our president and his winning agenda? My other opponent, our incumbent, Mr. Menendez, looks for every opportunity to bash Trump, both when he's right and when he's wrong. Vote for Tricia Flanagan, and you will see more winning and a new day for New Jersey. Thank you.
We will now take questions from the audience.
Is there a chance Social Security might break down in the future?
Thank you for your question, and I'm loving your costume, by the way. Yes, there is a chance that Social Security can break down, and it will. At the rate that we're increasing the debt that we have, we will be unable to pay back our $20 trillion that we have in debt. We need comprehensive welfare reform to prevent this atrocity from happening. I want to protect their Social Security because you are paying into it. Thank you.
All right, the second question. If elected, what problem would you specifically address as a member of Congress next year? Start with Senator Menendez.
Thank you, Max. The cost of living is too high. Right now, New Jerseyans are facing one of the biggest troubles, and we are coming down hard on the cost of living. You may wonder, what does this affect me? What is going on? So let me paint a picture for you guys. I'm the cost of living. We're getting a little bit high up in some markets, a little bit expensive. Oh, it's really hot now. Okay, everybody wave to your friend your wages, all the way down there. You see them? Everybody wave. That's the cost of wages. What I want to do for you and the people of New Jersey is get your friend the wages and bring him up to the top. So you, all of you New Jerseyans, can live comfortably and worry less about what are you going to put food on the table, how are you going to cope with the family, how are you going to live your daily life. So what I want to do is is bring up the current state and property tax and also increase your wages so you and your family can live a comfortable life. Thank you.
If elected into Congress, the first thing I would address is the economic potential of New Jersey. Currently, we are dead last in the amount of funding we receive back from Washington. For every dollar we send them, we only get back 78 cents in comparison to other states that get back $1.18. I cannot see how all of you can be sitting here right now thinking that this is fair. Because frankly, this is what is holding New Jersey back. Not only is our education suffering, our infrastructure is suffering, and our overall economy is suffering. Because New Jersey is so unaffordable, you guys may be forced to live at home until you are as old as 30. Now, I believe that New Jersey has the potential to reach these high economic goals, and if you do too, I hope that you will vote me, Bob Hugan, to be your next senator. Thank you.
The most pressing issue for me, I mentioned before, is absolutely the economy. And the fact of the matter is that if you elect me as your senator, I will try to reduce your income taxes to absolutely nothing. And if, for whatever reason, they need to be at any number other than zero, I will make sure that they are equal across all socioeconomic classes. Now, some of you might be thinking, well, that's counterintuitive to create balance, isn't it? Taxing the rich the same as the poor, but it's really not. Because when the rich have a surplus of money, they can invest into the economy. They can job it with investments into new products, into innovation, into the future. They can take their new money from their taxes that they are now keeping thanks to me, and they can invest it to make your life better. Your own employer, improving your life while you simultaneously work for them. A mutually beneficial relationship. And on top of that, these new products will help you as well as your job. Your wages will be taxed less. You will have more money to spend on these new innovations. These new products coming out. And overall, the economy will thrive if you elect Bernie Sanders as your senator.
Chaos, violence, disorder. This is what is happening right now at our southern border. We have 21,000 migrants marching their way to our southern border, cutting through various Central American countries and Mexico, trying to reach our southern border and achieve the benefits granted to every single citizen. Now granted, some of these people might be hardworking individuals just trying to make a better life for themselves. But how many of them are wolves in sheep's clothing? We've seen the fruits of illegal immigration before. We've seen a rise in gang violence, such as the MS-13 brutally murdering citizens. We've seen a rise in opioids. Look at New Jersey. We have an opioid epidemic right now. And if you vote me, Tricia Flanagan, to the Senate, the problem that I will address is the illegal immigration problem. I believe that we need to enforce our laws on the books and to prevent more atrocities from happening from these gangs and from these opioids coming into our country. Vote for Tricia Flanagan, and she will help you. Thank you.
My campaign manager is Dev Patel.
My campaign manager is Ian Patel.
I would like to welcome my campaign manager, Alex Azores.
My campaign manager is Jay Josh.
Now open questions to the audience. Anybody in the audience?
first speech, you gotta have something for it.
Who has a question that wasn't asked? Who's holding a question that wasn't asked? All right, over there.
Do you think there should be any gun restrictions to deal with what feels like an epidemic of mass shootings? Who's that question for?
Saber? Okay. Could you just repeat your question?
Do you think there should be any of these gun restrictions to deal with what feels like an epidemic of mass shootings?
Not new gun restrictions. I understand that when someone says a pro-Second Amendment, as teenagers who have seen the horrors of mass shootings, and the people who are psychologically deranged, it can be a very scary and traumatizing thought to think, wow, this person wants to put guns in hands. But the fact of the matter is that I can say this, and even about my political opponents, every single person on this stage wants you to be safe. And when we say we are proponents, we're not proponents of guns, that is for our own ideology. And I personally think that the Second Amendment should be upheld. And I think that you have your right to hold a gun. Now, I think that there should be some restrictions on that, like mental health checks, background checks, to make sure you're not a hateful, violent person who will go and shoot up a public place and cause mass murder, really senselessly for no reason. But as long as you can verify your own mental health and that you are stable and that you will use it for good, I believe wholeheartedly that you should be made to, that you should be able to be an American hero with your gun to stop the tragedy from unsure of your relatives.
I'm fine. Question for each for you. One word. Okay, one word from each of you. We'll start with the independent candidate. Why are you the best candidate to be a U.S. Senator from New Jersey? One word only. Yes.
Winning.
Freedom.
Independent.
Experience.
Thank you.
Who also has a question that wasn't asked?
My question is for Bob Hugan. What is your opinion on legal and safe abortion?
This is one of those topics that I actually go against President Donald Trump in. I am pro-choice. Now, I do believe that there is a line at some point that if the abortion comes in the way of the women's safety and health, then I believe that it should be stopped. But overall, I do believe that I am pro-choice, and this just goes again to say that I am for the people of New Jersey, and I will stand up to our president when I believe it is best fit for our people.
I have a question for the Democratic Party and specifically Senator Menendez. So the party recently has moved away from enforcing border laws. So what's your opinion on this, and how do you think the problem of illegal immigration should be solved?
Thank you. Thank you for the question. So I understand our country is getting divided by this immigration. And what I want to do and what I want to fix is really work on the immigration laws so families don't have to be divided. Mothers, fathers, kids, and cousins, whatever, don't have to be divided. I really want to get the border refinanced, make a process so that immigration doesn't have to be extremely downbreaking, a family breaker. I want to make immigration more accessible, but strict enough that we don't have any problems like the MS-13 game. I don't want to break up families. I want to bring them together, and I want to bring back men. Thank you.
Are there any other questions?
Why can't school start later and at the same time they do now?
Thank you very much for your question. I believe it's up to the district to determine, each individual district rather, to determine policies that would support your own school. But however, I do believe it is important for every citizen to receive a quality education that doesn't start and end at an early time or end at a late time. You're lagging behind in education, and I don't believe that cutting it down will make us any better. Thank you.
This is from our meeting. Coming from a diverse neighborhood, how do you plan to enforce equality through all races, genders, sexualities throughout America?
Thank you for your question. Overall, I believe that diversity is key to our nation. Without our diverse towns, diverse cities, and even diverse states, we would not be the country we are today. I believe that part of the issue is actually education, because a lot of education systems are defined based off your socioeconomic status and your zip code. So by making high-quality preschool available to everyone, you're starting off everyone at the same level, and I believe that it can start with education, and then we could branch out from there.
So I have a question for Bob Keegan. So you said repeatedly in the speech you want to get like more money back from universities, but like how do you specifically plan to do this better than any other candidates?
So thank you for your question. So Bob Keegan's plan to help this economy in New Jersey is to make sure that we're getting more money back from DC because we are dead last. Even if we weren't, we were 49 in the country. We would still get more money back than we are right now. We're technically losing money because we're getting 79 cents for every dollar, where states like Alabama and Wyoming, they get $1.18. So we're losing money, and our economy is dead last in the United States. So our plan is to get more money back from Washington.
So my question is for Robert Menendez. What is your opinion regarding making community colleges free, and why should we choose you over the other candidates?
Thank you. I love education, and I love it in a good way. I really support the free two-year community college because I want you coming out of high school having a plan. I don't want you to worry where you're going to go next. So by providing you with this free 2-year community college, it really gives you a chance to say, hey, I have 2 years to get myself together, to get my money in check, and really go on from there. Thank you.
My question is for Sabrin. How would you plan on handling refugees escaping violence coming to America?
Well, they can claim asylum. And what asylum is basically when you come off from the U.S., you have been kind of pursued by a government or fleeing for your safety, and we will beg you and bring you in. There seems to be a very big misunderstanding that claiming asylum unless you kind of just walk in. And I don't know if that's your question, if it works or not, but for people who are fleeing, I do think that the system of asylum really does help us because it helps people who are being pursued by tyrannical governments and who are in desperate need of the liberties of America. They can enter our great nation and thrive. And I really do think that if they can be proven to be Jews, it's not the MS-13 animals, they're not criminals, rapists, murderers, then they absolutely deserve a spot in the U.S. But if they are fleeing their own country and they prove to be one of those things that I said we do not want, I think we absolutely have the right and the responsibility to turn them away.
This question is for Bob Hugan. So why do you believe that the state of affairs in New Jersey is headed in the wrong direction?
Thank you for your question. Frankly, my opponent has had 25 years to help the state of New Jersey, and it has just kept going down. Our unemployment rates have kept going up. There are few job opportunities for you guys in the future. Also, our taxes just keep getting higher and higher and higher. This needs to stop at some point, and I believe that if one of my opponents has had 25 years to do it, there would be some sign of change now, other than our conditions keep getting worse.
Are there any questions that aren't for you? Any that are? Are there any questions at all? That's it. Well, thank you all for attending, and remember that voting is your last one. Thank you.
Welcome students, teachers, parents, and administrators. Thank you for coming. Please remove all your hats and silence all electronic devices. Welcome to Parsippany Hills High School's 2018 New Jersey Congressional Campaign Town Hall meeting. You are going to hear from 4 different candidates running for Senate in next week's important midterm elections. You will also have an opportunity to vote in your classes on who you think should be the next senator. I'll be asking the candidates of each party to answer important questions. Each of the candidates will have 2 minutes to respond to my first question, after which we will take questions from the audience. I'll then ask each candidate a second question, where they will have 1 minute to respond. After the candidates have answered my questions in the allotted time, they will take questions from the audience. We ask that you remain respectful to all speakers participating in today's event. The candidates would mind introducing themselves.
Good morning. I'm Bob Menendez, running to the Democratic Party.
Hello, I'm Bob Hugan, running for the Republican Party.
Good morning and welcome. I am Murray Saban, your Libertarian candidate.
Happy Halloween. I'm Trisha Flanagan, running as an independent.
Thank you, candidates. And now on to the first question. Our audience today is mostly made of young Americans. Many here today are concerned about the future. Why should young Americans trust you with their future concerns and vote for you? Mr. Menendez.
Thank you, Brett. As a father of 2, I understand how education is important for the future of America. And what comes with college is a cost. Each year, the cost of college keeps on rising and rising and rising. But what I want to do for you is I want to lower those costs and provide a 2-year free community college so you can worry less about what you're going to do after the high school years. Also, what comes with college is loans. Loans are extremely expensive and extremely depriving of the person. What I want to do is I want to refinance those loans so you can come out of college feeling good about yourself, not drowning in debt. I want you to come out of college feeling good, feeling that you have a plan and you're not worried what you're going to do next. Because 60% of New Jerseyans face $31,000 in student loan debts. So I know that may be a lot to take in, so I want everybody to take a deep breath. That breath right there, you or your future children may not be able to experience. How about that? That's insane. What I want to do for your future children who ask, Daddy, Mommy, am I going to get to breathe the same air as you do? Am I going to experience a clean and safe environment? What I want to do, and for your future children, your pets, your dogs, your daughters, whatever, is I want to give them a chance of education, environment, and a clean life. Thank you.
We will now be taking 2 questions for Senator Menendez. First, would be coming from Kate Singer.
stand.
Hi.
Hello?
Out of all of your policies and ideas for the future, which do you believe is the most influential for upcoming generations?
Thank you, Kate. The most influential policy that I am stressing for is education, because you are the future of America. You will make America great. You will be in that high C position or whatever you do. I really want to push an education on the youth, you guys. I really want you to come out of college feeling debt-free and feeling good about yourself. So I am pushing for a more affordable education and a free two-year college. I like the costume, Kate. Thank you.
And the second question will be coming from Parsippany.
Are you planning to put further action on gun laws after seeing the rise in youth protests in the past 2 years?
Thank you for the question. And yes, I am. These past few weeks, we have faced two tragedies with the synagogue and the other mass shooting. And incidents like that shouldn't be happening on a daily basis. You should be able to go to school and say, worry about your safety. I really want to push these gun laws and really come down on them, because you shouldn't go to school, feel worried at a public place. Guns and magazines that are accessible shouldn't be accessible to the public, so I'm really cracking down on the gun laws. Thank you.
Senator, now Mr. Hugan, you're up for.
Young Americans, let me start by telling you this. Your future is in danger. One of my opponents has had 25 years to help young Americans, and frankly, he has failed every single one of you. Now, as young Americans, I also understand that it can be difficult to know whether or not your representatives are truly representing you in Congress, but I can assure you that if elected to be your next senator, I, Bob Hugan, will put the people of New Jersey first. One of the biggest barriers the young people of New Jersey face is our current economic situation. Not only is our unemployment rate higher than the national average, we also have some of the highest income and property tax rates. I don't know about you, but this is not the kind of bleak future that I would want to be looking forward to, because let me say again, your future is in danger. Secondly, your educational opportunities are dwindling. Currently, in New Jersey, our educational system is based off of your socioeconomic status and your zip code. Education should not be based off of zip code. Everyone should have the equal opportunity to start on the right foot for education, and this starts with ensuring that there is high-quality preschool available for everyone. We also need more funding in our education, and we need to expand vocational opportunities. Now, I understand that I am the Republican candidate, but I am telling you right here that I will put the people of New Jersey first. If I am elected, I will not be appeasing to politicians or special interest groups. So, if you believe that New Jersey, the young Americans of New Jersey have a better future, then I hope you will vote me, Bob Hugan, to be your next senator.
We will now be taking two questions from Mr. Hugan. The first from Ms. Cruz.
How will you contribute to keeping our country safe?
Safe, is that answer? Thank you for your question. So first, I think the topic on everyone's mind is illegal immigration. Now, I do believe that this is a problem in our country, but I also believe that immigration is a gift. Our country thrives on diversity, as that is what our country is founded on. I do oppose sanctuary cities, but I do feel as though that if people are willing to build constructive and productive lives in America, then they should be given the opportunity to, and this starts with reforming our current immigration system.
What will you do to improve our educational system? Thank you.
Thank you for your question. Education starts when we're young. And in order to ensure that everyone starts off at the right foot, we need to have higher quality preschools. This will give everyone the same baseline starting off, and therefore we can eliminate the fact that our school systems are currently based on our zip codes and our socioeconomic statuses. From there, we go to middle school and high school. We need to expand the vocational opportunities that are available, that are currently available, so they are available to everyone, and that everyone has the opportunity to get a good education prior to going off to college, because this affects you in the future, as your job is dependent on your education. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Cuban. And at this time, Mr. Saban, please answer.
Now, the reason I give young Americans to trust me with your senatorial vote is because I will keep the interests of your future in my heart. What I mean is that I'm going to make the economy a safe haven for every single one of you to invest your money and to get a job. How am I going to do this? Well, firstly, I'm going to practically get rid of completely, if I can, income tax. The government has absolutely no say in taking your money away from you. That is preposterous. The money you work for day in and day out when you get a job cannot be thieved from you by the government. That is insane. And what I'm going to do is fight tooth and nail to make sure that that never happens to you. On top of that, our tax dollars come back to us in a pitiful amount. For every tax dollar we send to Washington, D.C., we get 78 pitiful, minuscule cents back. What that means is that our schools are hot in the summer, they're cold in the winter. Our streets have potholes and cracks, they're garbage. And I'm going to fight so that we do not have to put up with Washington, D.C.'s lies anymore, and that you will get to have your money and spend it how you want to. On top of this, I'm going to make sure that every citizen is taxed by the same percent. What this means is that big corporation owners can reinvest back into the economy. The fantastic economy that will make their businesses boom, and then that money will ultimately circulate back to you, the consumer, the worker, the middle-class average New Jerseyan. And what that is going to do is make you thrive. It is going to bring a host of new products, of innovations, with the essence of capitalism, and it will ultimately make your life as great as it can possibly be. If you vote for Murray Sabrin, you will see guaranteed success in your economy, which is impending. I can guarantee that most of you are 2, at most, years away from entering college. You'll probably have to get a job. And I think that it is preposterous that the government could look you in the eye and take your money away from you after you slave to get it. And so, in conclusion, vote for Murray Sabrin if you want your economical rights to be protected.
Now, a few questions for Mr. Saban. First from Matt Pepe. Please stand.
Do you have a plan to cut down on taxes for the middle class?
Thank you, Matt, for your question. And yeah, I do. So, I kind of, not to be rude, but I have spoken a lot about it, and I have said my tax plan is to cut down on taxes for everyone. And so, obviously, that is for the middle class, and I completely understand your concern. Because a lot of people, like Bob Menendez, they want to focus on either the people at the bottom or the people at the top, like Bob Hugan, who manipulated cancer patients to pay for 3 times what their medication should have costed. And so you know that when you look at me, when you look at your savior, Matt, you are going to have someone who will fight for your rights, who will not extort you like my opponents, and who will fight for your middle class.
Next up, Isha Patel.
So you believe that the government should not interfere in our personal matter? What about Medicare and Social Security?
Well, I would do away with this, because the fact of the matter is that Medicare, the basic principle when you eliminate competition from a market is essentially creating a monopoly. And I'm going to dumb a lot on that down, but I'm going to simplify that for you. Basically what that means is when you socialize the market and you give the government the control over it. There is no competition. This happens with Medicare. Doctors are basically, like, they're forced by the government to give you their service. And I think that's absolutely horrible. And I don't think that a doctor, because the relationship has to be consensual. You have to want the product. They have to want to give it to you, and then you pay for it. That goes, like, kind of Medicare, the forcing of those doctors to work to give it to you goes against the fundamental basis of freedom in America. And so I do not think that's important at all. And to go along with Social Security, that is a part of your paycheck going to an elderly person. And I think, and that elderly person also had to pay Social Security for an elderly person when they were young. And I would do away with that system completely because I think that it is great to sponsor independence and have you know what to do with your own money. And so I would get rid of Medicare and Social Security so that it fosters a sense of independence for America.
Thank you, Prem. Young Americans, you should trust me with your vote because I want to provide you with the prospering economy that we have seen under the Trump administration. Probably his #1 accomplishment would be his amazing tax cuts. We have seen an increase in our GDP to about $19 trillion in 2017 and the lowering of unemployment astronomically. We are at 3.9% nationally. Now, these are great national averages, but what is happening here in New Jersey where we live? In New Jersey, from September 2017 to September 2018, we've seen an increase in 58,000 jobs. What is the #1 thing that citizens look for when they get out of college? A job, a means to pay for their increasing debt, a means to provide for themselves a career that will take them to the next portions of their life. If you vote for me, you know what you're getting. I'm conservative through and through. I believe that every citizen has a right, has their rights enshrined in the Bill of Rights, and they should be protected. They have the right to say whatever they want. They have the right to protect themselves. And let's go there. They have a right to live, no matter what stage of development they are at. If you vote for Bob Hugin, you will vote for someone who has constantly distanced himself from our president. How far will he distance himself in the Senate when he will go against our president's winning agenda? With my opponent, Bob Menendez, every opportunity he can get, he always bashes Trump. It's raining outside. Trump must be the cause. There's a hurricane. Trump must be the cause. Every opportunity Menendez has, he will bash Trump and go into the way of when he's doing bad things, or when he's winning for our country as well. Vote for Tricia Flanagan, and she will create a new day for MJ and support you, the citizens. Thank you.
Now we will take 2 questions for Ms. Flanagan. First of which comes from Ishan Bud.
What will you do to make our community safer?
Thank you, Ishan, for that question. I believe that every mentally stable person and law-abiding citizen of the United States has a right to protect themselves, others, and their families from harm. I want to see comprehensive gun control reform, but in the sense that we don't take away guns from the law-abiding citizens, but from the criminals and the mentally insane. I propose that we increase our mental screenings and that we look at the data integration to find the best solution. Thank you very much.
And the next question from Rick Patel.
How are you going to keep drug costs affordable for the lower and middle classes of society?
Thank you for your question. Right now, we have a policy in place that has increased the prices of premiums and, in turn, the prices of drug costs. And that is the Affordable Care Act, better known as Obamacare. My incumbent opponent right here is supporting this disastrous program that has raised premiums for the middle class and the lower class. It has degraded the quality of our health care policies so that we can't afford these drugs. And if elected senator, I will advocate for the complete repeal and replace of Obamacare so that way middle class Americans and lower class Americans have a better shot at receiving the care that they need. Thank you.
Thank you, candidates. Now for question 2. If elected, what problem would you specifically address as a member of Congress next year? Each candidate will only have 1 minute to respond.
Thank you, Prem. The cost of living in New Jersey is going up. Each year after year, the cost is just rising. Under Trump's administration, us, the middle class, has a burden while corporations and the rich have loopholes into cheaper and better taxes. So let me paint you a picture right now. I'm the cost of living. We're going up, we're going a little bit higher, and a little expensive. Well, it's too expensive. Wow, I'm in the millions right now. All right, look at your friends, your wages, all the way down below. That's peanuts, that's change right there. While the cost of living is in millions, it's expensive. What I want to do is bring your wages up so you can live a comfortable life. I want to help you, the middle class, thrive as a community and live a more easier life. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator. Now, Mr. Hugan, if you would.
If elected to be your senator, the first problem I would address is the current economic situation in New Jersey. We are dead last in the amount of funding we receive back from Washington. For every dollar we give them, we only get back 78 cents in comparison to other states that give back $1.18. I cannot see how any one of you can be sitting here right now thinking that this is fair. Because frankly, this is what is holding New Jersey back. This is what is causing our economy, our infrastructure, and our education to suffer. My opponent has had 25 years, I'll say it again, to improve life for you, and he has failed you. Nothing has changed. If you believe that New Jersey has the potential to increase their economic status, then I hope that you will vote me, Bob Hugan, to be your next senator. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Hugan. Now, Mr. Saber.
Now, while I slowly ad nauseum about the economy, another very important issue that I want to address is gun control. Because the fact of the matter is that New Jersey has a very wide spectrum of places that are and aren't affected by major gun violence. And let me just clarify. This violence is because guns are outlawed, not allowed. And the entire reason that these criminals feel safe performing their actions is because no one can contest their power. There is no law-abiding citizen, and because they are law-abiding, they cannot hold a gun, that can challenge these shooters. And my Republican opponents have brought up in previous debates that many of these violent criminals get their guns out of state, with places that have more relaxed gun laws. And so, by making guns more accessible in New Jersey, while maintaining mental health checks and background checks to make sure that these people are stable to acquire them, we can ensure that the average law-abiding would-be victim of tyranny can protect themselves. They can protect their rights, their liberties, and also, like I said before, their hard-earned money.
Thank you, Mr. Saber. And finally, Ms. Flanagan.
Thank you, bro. Chaos, violence, a threat. Right now we have 21,000 migrants marching their way towards our southern border as we speak. They are coming through various Central American countries with no government stepping in the way to stop them. Are they coming here peacefully? No. Why aren't they claiming asylum? Instead, they come here trying to receive benefits granted to every single citizen here. Now granted, some of these people might be hard-working individuals trying to make a better life for themselves. But how many of them are wolves in sheep's clothing? We've seen the fruits of illegal immigration before. Increased gang violence with the creation of MS-13, this brutal, disgusting, trash collection of human beings that are killing citizens. We've seen an increase in opioids. Opioids are flowing over this country, and we're seeing opioid epidemic in New Jersey right now. If you vote for Tricia Flanagan, you will see comprehensive and complete immigration and enforcement of our laws. We need to make sure to vet every single citizen, every single immigrant coming into our country, because, to quote President Reagan, a country without borders is not a country at all. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Flanagan. Now, if each of the candidates would please introduce their campaign managers to the audience.
My campaign manager is Deb Patel.
My campaign manager is Jay Joshi.
Thanks, Candace. We will now be opening questions from the audience. If you please state your name when you rise.
My name is Matt, and I'm directing my question to Mr. Saber. Is in your economic plan to reinvest money to the corporate tier akin to Reaganomics or root economics? Doesn't that lead to stagflation? We all know how well stagflation works for the U.S. economy. I can really hear like so your economic plan to reinvest money into the upper classes, isn't that Reaganomics? And isn't Reaganomics detrimental to the economy with the formation of stagflation, higher inflation rates, etc., higher unemployment?
Higher inflation, higher unemployment. I feel like it would be literally the exact opposite. Thank you for your question. I do appreciate you bringing this up. But when people have the opportunity to reinvest back into the economy, I understand like surplus of money does create the problem of inflation, but inflation occurs naturally. It's always going to occur. And while I'm definitely not trying to accelerate it, I am trying to make sure that people who are at the bottom of the social pyramid, or the socioeconomic pyramid, they definitely benefit from these corporations that will reinvest. I understand it kind of does create that problem you mentioned, stagflation, but I am going to try and revise it, and I really am going to try and deliver the interest of New Jersey. Because if you see it, these people at the bottom with absolutely no money, I feel like it can definitely rise down to at least the middle class, like you mentioned before.
My question is for you said that you want to get rid of Medicare and Medicaid because doctors are required to provide treatment, but that's actually false. I'll try to simplify this, but even in Medicare-compliant hospitals, there are circumstances where doctors have the right to deny treatment. So my question for you is, do you have any other actually true reasoning for banning Medicare and Medicaid?
I'd like to evoke the words of Obama. You can keep your doctor if you like your doctor. That's absolutely not true. And the fact of the matter is that Obamacare is the nationalization of the market. And what that means is that competition absolutely disappears. The government funds them. And I don't know exactly where you got that from. The government literally puts a gun to both of your heads and says, pay for this product. You have it. And if they make you take it, you don't have it. Hold on. I'm trying to think about my response for a second. The reason that I'll be honest with you, I messed up. I'm man enough to admit that. But the reason that I don't like Obamacare is because it ruins a perfectly good market that can thrive under capitalism. And the reason I say that is because competition encourages pro-consumers. When two companies have to compete for each other, they bend over backwards for you. They give you better prices, better deals, better efficiency in what you're buying. And so I don't think that Obamacare is the right way to go about it. I'll admit I had a bit of a faulty response, but I really do think that pro-consumerism is really what it comes down to. You can smirk all you want, but I really do think that that's what it comes down to.
Are there any questions from the other three candidates? Hello, I have a question for Mr. Hugan. So could you explain how you can increase funding for education while also cutting taxes, please?
Yes, thank you for your question. So basically, the root problem of this is what's going on in Washington. We're giving them our money, and frankly, they aren't helping us out enough in return. By getting more money back from Washington, even just going from 50th to 49th, that's enough to cut taxes, even just so much that it could help you out tremendously. By putting more funding into education, that will help people come out and be more inclined to get jobs. Currently, the only thing we're number one in New Jersey is for the amount of people that are leaving our state. And I'm not very proud of this as a New Jerseyan, and I feel like by elevating education, increasing spending, keeping people in New Jersey, that will all work itself out and create a better environment for all of us.
Again, if you would please state your name before asking the question.
Marushi had a question for Ms. Flanagan. You claim that you will stand by the president no matter what. If this is true, what do you have to say about the president's current goal to remove naturalized citizenship for children born in the U.S.?
Thank you very much, Arushi, for that question. Does anybody know of the Supreme Court case in which a Native American wanted to claim citizenship because he was born in the United States, but was actually in a Native American tribe? The decision was that he was not a U.S. citizen. This is completely legal and completely constitutional. This was brought up in the Supreme Court, and so I would definitely stand by this program, because if you can point to a place in the Constitution where it states that every person born in the United States is in fact a citizen, then I thank you for submitting based off of the Constitution and laws. Thank you.
I also have a question for Ms. Flanagan. What is your stance on abortion?
Thank you very much. As a mother of three, I'm very passionate about this topic, right? And if elected to Senate, I will support the Heartbeat Protection Act. And that basically establishes a rule on the books that will tell you when life begins. In 21 states right now, we have a 20-week ban on abortion, while others are completely up to the point of it coming out of the womb. So, my question is, when exactly does life begin? With strides in medicine and technology, we're finding that it begins earlier and earlier. So I believe that we should have a firm law on the books that could tell us when in fact life begins. Thank you.
I'm Sarah. Question for Ms. Flanagan. A follow-up question?
My name is Brianna Davies, and I have a question for Mr. Menendez. How do you expect to lower student loans, and where are you getting that money from?
Thank you for your question. So you may wonder, where am I going to get this ridiculous money to pay all this student loan? Well, I want to take your taxes and I want to put it into better use. Your education, your future. What you're going to do in the future, I want to put my taxes into it, the rich and the wealthy. Right now, under Trump's administration, he lets loopholes go for corporations and the rich, while you have to struggle down below while they get like an easy pass. So what I want to do is refinance and put your tax dollars into something better, your education and what makes you you. Thank you.
This will be the final question.
My name is Harvey. I have a question for Senator Menendez. As your opponents have mentioned, you've been in office for 25 years, the past 25 years. Why should we expect anything to change after we've seen so little change in the past 25 years?
Thank you, Harvey, for that question. And I understand your concern that my 20 plus years, that you think I may waste it. But no, you're wrong. I have done something for the people of New Jersey. I was there for Sandy. I was there for the Gateway Project. I will fund. I will not drop. I won't drop. I won't stop until you and the people in this room will get to the top. I am there for you. I will fight day one. Mr. Trump, I don't care. I will be there for you. I will fight to the day I die. I am there and I will push these projects. Wages, Gateway Project, you name it, I will do it. Thank you.
Thank you all for attending. Please be prepared to vote in committee class on Monday.
And administrators, and thank you all for coming. Please remove all of your hats.
Welcome to the Parsippany High School 2018 New Jersey Congressional Campaign Town Hall meeting. We are going to hear from four candidates running for Senate in next week's important midterm election. We will also have an opportunity to vote in your class on who you think should be the next New Jersey senator. I will be asking the candidates of each party to answer important questions. They will have 2 minutes to respond to my first question. We will then take questions from the audience for each candidate. I will then ask the second question, where a candidate will have 1 question, 1 minute to respond to it. After the candidates have answered my question in the allotted time, they will take questions from the audience. We ask that you remain respectful to all the speakers participating in today's event. I'll now ask the candidates to introduce themselves.
I'm Bob Menendez, running for the Democratic Party.
Hello, I am Bob Hugan, representing the Republican Party.
Hello and welcome. I am Murray Saban of the Libertarian Party.
Happy Halloween. My name is Trisha Flanagan, and I'm running as an independent.
Okay, question 1. Our audience today is mostly made of young Americans. Many of you today are concerned about their future. Why should young Americans trust you with their future concerns and vote for you? Each candidate will again have 2 minutes to respond. Bob,
Thank you, Robert. I understand how education is important to the future of you students. As a father of 2, I know that it may be expensive for college, and I know that the costs are really rising up. Each year, the cost of college is going up and up. But what I want to do is help you pay for that college by instituting a 2-year community college. So it's a good transition from high school to college without the worry. Also, I want to make a 4-year college more affordable, so you can worry less about the price. But what comes with college is loans. Loans are ridiculous. 60% of New Jerseyans face $31,000 in debt. That's crazy. Do you know how many things you can buy with $31,000? So many. I hear some responses. I understand it might be frustrating. So what I want to do is refinance those loans so you're able to go to college and come out swinging. I don't want you drowning in debt. Okay, so I know that might be a lot, so everybody take a deep breath. That breath that you took right there, your kids, your parents, your dogs, your cats, your fish may not be able to get that same breath. What I want to do is crack down on corporations like Celgene, who pollutes our environment, pollutes our fish, completely deconstructs our family. I want to give you a chance for a clean future, a chance to express yourself and feel good about yourself. Thank you. I'm Bob Menendez.
We will now take 2 questions from the audience. The first question will be asked by AJ Chopper. Please rise.
My question is for Mr. Menendez. Do you support our president, and if not, isn't this a time for our country to be united and not fight amongst ourselves?
Thank you, AJ, for the question. I understand that the country may be divided, and I understand President Trump may not agree on everything that I do, but my stance on him is I am not for him. I want to look past that and unify this country, unify the New Jerseyans, and we combine together. I feel bad, and it really hurts, it hits me right here, to see parents, children, family members being separated by Trump in the immigration. Have to see a child separated from their mother or father. I really want to unify this country and bring it back together. Thank you.
The next question will be asked by Sam Denise. Please rise.
How are we to trust you with American policies when there are allegations with you regarding sex with underage hookers?
Oh yeah.
Very good.
Thank you, Sam. I know I'm under flame right now with these concerns, but let me tell you about something. This propaganda devised by Bob Hugin has been slander to my name. He really tainted my image. I'm a good man, all right? I'm a people's man. I'm for you. I don't want to be against you. I know this may be hard to believe and have to listen to this slanderous man. And I understand that it may be hard to grasp, but I am for you. I will help you and New Jerseyans thrive and believe. So let's move forward and come together because I am for you, and you. Yes. So, on the allegations, I do apologize, but it is slander to my name. So, thank you very much.
Young Americans, let me start by saying this. Your future is in danger. My opponent, Senator Menendez, has had 25 years to make your lives better, and frankly, he has failed every single one of you. Don't let him fool you. Under all of that, there is corruption. Now, I know as young Americans, it can be difficult to know whether or not your senators and your representatives are truly representing you in Congress, but I can assure you that if elected, I, Bob Hugin, will put the people of New Jersey first. Now, one of the barriers that young people face the most is our current economic situation. Not only do we have an unemployment rate that is higher than the national average, we also have some of the highest income and property tax rates in the country. This is not the kind of bleak future that all of you should have to look forward to. Because I will say again, young Americans, the current economic situation puts your future in danger. This also stems from our current educational system. We need high-quality preschools to ensure that everyone has an equal opportunity to start off on the right foot. This also translates then to the middle school and high school levels, where there needs to be more funding put into education and increased opportunities for those who are interested in pursuing vocational schools and trade schools. Your education should not be determined by your socioeconomic status or your zip code, and this is what New Jersey does now. I understand that I am a Republican candidate, but I am telling you right now that I will always put the people of New Jersey first. I am more concerned with what each and every one of you wants than appeasing different political parties and interest groups. So, if you believe that you guys have a brighter future, please vote me, Bob Hugin, to be your next senator.
The first question for Cuban will be asked by Johanna Garcia.
So my question is, how do you plan on creating a path to citizenship for immigrants that have come to the U.S. illegally?
Thank you for your question. Dreamers, immigrants, they are all key to our country's diversity, and frankly, our country's diversity is part of what makes us successful. There needs to be comprehensive immigration reform in order for these dreamers to have a chance and to lead productive lives in our country. This starts in Congress. If you elect me to be your senator, I will crack down on reforms currently in Congress to make it easier for these people who want to lead productive lives in our nation to become legal.
The next question will be asked by Ariane Jennings.
So even though you envision a brighter future for us with the growing economy, how can you make sure when things are going to change, making more people stay and not leave New Jersey?
So basically, the baseline is New Jersey is extremely unaffordable. And to make it more affordable, we need more funding. We do not get enough funds from Washington, and as a result, our infrastructure is struggling, our economy is struggling, and our educational system is struggling. If combined, we can improve these three things, then not only will our overall economy improve, the standard of living will improve, people will want to stay in New Jersey, and that's what we have to do. Make people want to stay in New Jersey. Thank you.
The reason young Americans, all of you, should trust me with your senatorial vote is because I will keep your interests in my heart when I go to Washington, D.C. As my opponent Bob Hughes said before, we receive a pitiful amount of money back for every one of our tax dollars that we send to Washington, D.C. For every dollar we send, we earn 78 pitiful, tiny cents back. No wonder our schools are hot in the summer and spring, and cold in the winter and fall. Our roads are pothole infested, crack infested, and you deserve better. And I will fight in Washington to make sure you earn better. And on top of that, our economy has suffered due to catastrophically high income taxes. The government stealing from you your hard-earned money, the money you work tirelessly at your 9-to-5 job for. And I will make sure that you can keep that money by slashing taxes to zero, or income taxes. And the reason that I believe this is because you have the right to the money that you earn. You can spend it how you want to. And with the pitiful ratio of money that we earn anyways, what's the point? And so, with all this money in your pocket and money in the hands of big business people, you might be thinking to yourself, well, Mr. Sabrin, aren't you just keeping the people at the top rich? Well, no, because when those people have a surplus of money and they reinvest it back into the economy, it ultimately comes back to you. You will benefit with the benefits of capitalism, the geniuses that it naturally provides, and it will provide to you innovations and new products, as well as the old ones. Capitalism will force these products to be cheaper. The companies will bend over to your will, and you will benefit. You will all thrive under the tax plan of Murray Sabrin, and your economy and your future will be safe with me as your senator. As your new senator, after a quarter of a century of failure, I will make sure that they stay.
The next question will be asked by Tim Duncan.
What laws are planning to pass this Senate if you get elected, and how will these laws affect our way of life?
Yeah, so there's a big more to the economy that I'm going to talk about later, but like I said, tax plans, making sure that it's as close to zero as possible, and if it's not zero, then having it be equal across all kinds of socioeconomic classes. And on top of that, I want to make sure that guns are more accessible, and I understand that's scary, because you hear about all the shootings on the news, and as a teenager, and hearing about school shootings, it's scary to hear your representatives say safe and qualified, that they can be enabled to be American heroes and protect other would-be victims like yourself. And on top of that, I am very in favor of legalizing marijuana. I think that it's very silly, quite frankly silly, that a plant that does less damage to your body is illegal and tobacco isn't. I think that's absolutely insane, especially with the study effects that weed is actually less harmful to you than alcohol. I think it's absolutely ludicrous that marijuana can be outlawed on a federal level. And so those are some other laws that I would want to pass if I'm elected to your Senate.
Thank you, Robert. Young Americans, you should trust me with your vote because I want to secure a prospering economy for you and your families. Right now, under the Trump administration, his number one asset to him would be these tax cuts that he's passed. And this has had tremendous effects on our economy nationally. We've seen our GDP increase to $19.39 trillion, and our unemployment go down to 3.7% nationally. These are great leads for America. Now, what does this have to do with New Jersey? Well, in New Jersey alone, from September 2017 to September 2018, we've seen an increase of 58,000 jobs. Young Americans, what is the number one thing that people look for when they come out of college? A way to pay off their debt, a job, a career opportunity. With the senator in place that will help our president's winning agenda, we will see more gains in this way. My opponent, Bob Huey, likes to distance himself on this campaign trail from the president, not recognizing the benefits and the awesomeness that he has while in office. With Bob Menendez in place, we've seen 25 years of his failure on New Jersey. Do you want 6 years more? At every turn, at every opportunity, we've seen Mr. Menendez bash our president. If it's raining outside, it must be Trump's fault. To put it bluntly, no one on this stage will help increase the amount of winning that we are seeing right now nationally, and would only provide a hindrance to these successes. Thank you.
First question will be asked by Marcella.
What are your top local issues you'll fight for in New Jersey if elected in November, and how will you accomplish them?
Thank you very much for that question. So the top local issues that I will be addressing if elected to Senate would be the Gateway Tunnel Project, which would increase or repair or damaged infrastructure that would allow for greater trade between New Jersey and New York and many American states on their way to work. Right? And then also, I would like to get rid of this $10,000 deductible cap that is hurting us in terms of our state and property taxes right now. So those are the top issues I would like to address. Thank you.
The next question will be asked by Angela.
Patricia Flanagan, you have said that an enemy within is going to cause further problems for our president, speaking about candidate Bob Hugan. So my question to you is, don't you think it's important to have a senator that cares so deeply about the state of New Jersey that he is willing to stand up to our president if necessary? Wouldn't that make him strong and respected, not a negative asset to New Jersey? Thank you.
Thank you for that question. If Mr. Hugan is elected to senator, he will stand in the way of the benefits that our president has done for our country. We've seen, as fruit of these tax cuts, 58,000 jobs being added for our economy. We've seen him distance himself on this campaign trail. How far away will he distance himself from the winning agenda that is helping our state and the nation? Thank you.
Thank you, Robert. I understand right now the biggest concern is the cost of living in New Jersey. The cost of living in New Jersey is extremely high and it's just going up and up and up. I may say all these facts and I may say how am I supposed to do it or how my candidate is supposed to do it. But let me relate to you guys. Let me tell you how this really affects you guys. Does everybody know the song Bank Account?
Yeah.
Yes? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes, now you're getting it. That's the cost of living. It is that expensive in New Jersey to manage the cost of living. So what I want to do for you and the people of New Jersey is raise your local wages, bring it up so you can be with that AM with the cost of living. So what I want to do is increase your wages and increase the current state and property tax so you can live a more comfortable life. Thank you.
If launched in Congress, the first problem I would address is the current economic situation in New Jersey. New Jersey is dead last in the amount of funding we receive back from Washington. For every dollar we give them, we only get back 78 cents in comparison to other states that get back $1.18. I cannot even begin to imagine how any of you can be sitting here right now thinking that this is fair. Because frankly, this is what is holding New Jersey back. Our infrastructure is struggling, our economy is struggling, and our education is struggling. I believe that every one of you deserves a chance at a better future, and this starts with the economy. I believe that New Jersey has the potential to expand its economic opportunities, and I hope that if you do too, you will bring Bob Higgins to your next senator. Thank you.
Now, I've spoken a lot about the very unfair economy that has been in place in New Jersey, but another pressing issue I feel is unfair. It is a historical fact that mass murder on the part of the government ensues every time without fail when guns are outlawed. And we see this in places like Chicago and New York. All of these violence are in places that thrive under these democratic laws that remove guns from your hands for would-be law-abiding victims. And so, I, as your Senator, Murray Sabrin, will fight tooth and nail to make sure that you have your Second Amendment rights upheld, and that you can resist government tyranny when it comes to knocking on your door, and you can protect your hard-earned money from a would-be criminal. And you have the right to defend yourself, because God endowed you with these in the Declaration of Independence, your rights to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, to defend yourself with the gun that I will make sure you have access to so long as you pass mental health checks and background checks, so that we can ensure that you are a hero and not a villain.
Robert? Chaos, violence, a threat. Right now, this is what is happening at our United States southern border. 21,000 migrants are marching their way towards our southern border, cutting through various Central American countries up through Mexico and coming to our southern border with the intent to reap our benefits. It's a scary situation, right? Some of these people might be hardworking individuals, but how many of them are wolves in sheep's clothing? We've seen the fruits of illegal immigration before. We've seen an increase in gang violence with the MS-13, brutally murdering citizens. We've seen an increase in opioids as it comes flowing over the southern border. I want to avoid these things from happening to any more citizens. But look at these democratic policies that are currently enacted in New Jersey. Our governor, Governor Murphy, has pledged to give financial aid to illegal immigrants. Why? They're not citizens. Why do they deserve the benefits that could go to one of you, the citizens of the United States? Thank you.
My campaign manager is Beth Patel.
Yeah.
My campaign manager is Bianca.
Let's welcome my campaign manager, Alex Torres.
said that the call thing for President Trump to be separating mothers and children that are coming here illegally. However, how come you haven't done anything in your Senate position when President Obama was in the same thing?
So I understand my issue on trying to reunite families and try to bring them back. And I know that during Trump administration, I'm really pushing, and I might have not when I was leading Obama. But during Obama, I was trying to focus on you guys first, because New Jersey is first. I was working on the Affordable Health Care Act to help you and other New Jerseyans for affordable health care. And during that time too, I was also helping with Sandy, trying to cope with the victims and put my money into Sandy and helping the people of New Jersey cope with the natural disaster. So I was doing my best at the time, but I was trying to divert my focus to something more important, which is you guys, the people of New Jersey.
But no, I do not believe that we need an increase in the income tax because I feel like the corporations and the market will make up the difference for our economy. With more jobs comes more income tax, so I raise it. Thank you.
So, President Trump is incredible. He himself is the price of poverty because we're not even
My question is, raising prices for cancer patients by 3 times. So I was wondering why. So as the CEO of Celgene, we raised the prices for cancer patients.
Thank you for your question. So I know there's a lot of questions about what happened when I was at the company facility, but what I'm here to tell you today is whatever I did was an investment for the patients, okay? They never had to pay over $50 for a copay. I believe that healthcare needs to be more transparent so people know where their costs are coming from. The cancer patients do full well how much the drugs are costing, and they were willing to do that. I believe that the cost of the drug the benefits of the drug outweigh the cost.
One final question from the audience.
So my question's for can you tell me exactly what our income tax looks like right now, and then what happens to them when they're no longer being funded?
Like their infrastructure, so your roads that have cracks and potholes, your schools that are going to be heated, fully air conditioned, because all sorts of public services. And I think that it really shows all these things that are operating so politically, and all these things that are failing you under the reign of Mr. Hernandez. I really do think that when I cut the tax to zero, all these problems will get alleviated because it teaches us our self-reliance. It really allows you to provide as an individual with your own money that you can make. So kind of like, go back to your question, where exactly do these go to? These go to all the poorly funded bodies that we have now. So if you're funding them, it's only saving us an hassle coming off the air.
Hello. Mr. Saverin said before that you're pro-life. Why do you think you have the right to tell a woman what to do with her body?
Ooh, it is not your body. That is my stance. Thank you for your question. What body is it? It's the baby that's really going to be living on its own after 9 months. And I came off from, listen, hold on. Listen, I came off from, I apologize. I've been excited for this question. So, I think that if you draw any sort of line of separation of human life from non-living, you run into a very ugly situation with your life. Like, for example, cognitive function, your brain. If your brain doesn't function, say that you are human. What if someone else wants your brain doesn't function? You have to shoot your brain.
Welcome to the Parsippany Hills High School 2018 New Jersey Congressional Campaign Town Hall Meeting. We are going to hear from 4 different candidates running for Senate in the next week's important midterm election. You will also have an opportunity to vote in your classes on who you think should be the next New Jersey Senator. I will be asking the candidates of each party to answer important questions. They will have 2 minutes to respond to my first question. We will then take questions from the audience of each candidate. I will then ask the second question, where each candidate will have 1 minute to respond. After the candidates have answered my questions in the allotted time, they will take questions from the audience. We ask that you remain respectful to all of the speakers participating in today's event. I will now ask each candidate to introduce themselves.
Good morning. I am Bob Menendez, running for the Democratic Party.
Hi, I am Bob Bugan of the Republican Party.
Hello and welcome. I am Murray Saverin, Libertarian candidate.
Good afternoon. I'm Trisha Flanagan, running as an independent.
Question 1 states, our audience today is mostly made of young Americans. Many of you today are concerned about their future. Why should young Americans trust you with their future consideration and vote for you? Each candidate will have 2 minutes to respond, and we'll start with Bob.
Thank you for the question, Robert. As a father of two, I understand how education is important for all of you. I understand how it's important for today's society. And with that, the cost of college is rising and rising. So what I want to do to combat those high, ridiculous prices is to institute a 2-year free community college and a 4-year affordable college, making it more affordable for you guys. So with the cost of college comes loans. Right now, 60% of New Jerseyans face $31,000 in student loan debt. That's crazy. You know how many things you can buy with $31,000? Everybody think about it. Anyway, you can buy one of those items, but like I'm saying, is I want to help you refinance those loans so you can buy whatever you want. I want for you to come out of college feeling comfortable, feeling not a burden that you have to say, oh no, how am I going to pay for this? I want you coming out of college feeling good about yourself. I want you swimming and I want you lapped up with drip. Thank you. So that I'm sorry, I'm not done. That might be a lot. That might be a lot to take in. But everybody, take a deep breath. That breath that you just took right now, your parents, your future children may not be able to get that same breath. When you go up to say, okay, let me give you an example, because you say, what are you talking about, Matthew? Are you serious? Let me give you an example. Your future children say, Dad, Mom, how was the air when you're growing up? How was it? And you said, it was pretty good. Until one of these candidates come in and destroy our precious air. Even your fish won't be able to breathe the same air we do. I want to provide, I want to calm down on these corporations, and I want to provide you guys with a clean environment so you can keep doing on what you're doing, keep breathing, and keep living. Thank you.
We'll now take 2 questions from the audience. The first question will be asked by Jason Lee, if you'll please rise.
Mr. Menendez, how do you plan on fixing your image and why should the people trust you? Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Levy. I understand that over the years my image may have been tainted, but during those years I helped New Jerseyans with the SURE, Education, and Affordable Health Care Act. And what makes me better than these candidates right here is I had experience. 20 plus years in the White House. I know what's going on and I know what's going down, so I will help you and New Jerseyans thrive. Thank you.
The next question will be asked by John P. Patel of
Mr. Menendez, why do you believe you should continue to hold the position in the Senate? What will you do differently that you have not already done?
Thank you, Jonky. What I will do for you and New Jerseyans is I will keep fighting. I will not stop until your education gets fulfilled, your wildest dreams gets fulfilled. I will do my best to keep fighting. All these candidates here, when Trump are coming down on the middle class, putting a burden on us in the middle class, they were out like a light. They didn't say anything. And what I want to do is, I am your Drake to your Travis. I will go against Trump, and I will provide you guys with education, clean environments, and a life worth fulfilling. Thank you.
Young Americans, let me start by saying this. Your future is in danger. And one of my opponents has had 25 years to improve your future, promise that I will put the people of New Jersey first. Now, one of the biggest barriers to you young people is New Jersey's current economic situation. Not only is our unemployment rate higher than the national average, we have some of the highest income and property tax rates in the nation. I don't know about you, but this is not the type of bleak future that I want to be looking forward to sitting there now. This is not the situation that I would want to have to grow up with, thinking about how I may be forced to be living with my parents until I am 30. Another barrier you guys may face as you grow older is our current education system. We need higher quality preschools so that everyone has the opportunity to start off on the right foot. After you go up to the middle school and high school level, our education should not be based off 1, your socioeconomic status, or 2, your zip code. This is causing a divide in our state, and this is what is causing all of your futures to suffer. Yes, I am a Republican, but I believe that I will always put the people of New Jersey first. I am more concerned with the well-being and economic prosperity of our state and nation than I am with appeasing political parties and interest groups. So, if you believe that you have a brighter future, then I hope that you will vote me, Bob Hugin, to be your next senator.
First question for Mr. Bob Hugin will be asked by Councilor.
Hello, Mr. Hugin. What are your views on abortion and why do they differ from typical Republican views?
Thank you for your question, Tommy. I differ from Republicans in the sense that I am pro-choice. I believe that women should be able to decide what they want to do. I do believe that there needs to be more done to protect the safety of these women when they are making these decisions, as they are life-changing decisions. There is not enough emphasis on protecting the women and more emphasis on what the controversy is. Therefore, like I said, am pro-choice, and I believe in fighting for the women senators. Thank you.
Next question will be asked by Max Paul,
Mr. Hugin, your party has repeatedly stated that you want to put America first, but the recent administration in the presidency has pushed that motto and has caused a world leadership void where countries like China, Russia, or any other dictatorship-like country has affected the world leadership. How can you ensure America will be put first where our leadership in the world is respected and we have a successful economy?
Thank you for your question. So, this situation that he's describing, it all starts at the state level. And if elected to be your senator, I will always put the people of New Jersey first. If your senator is not passionate about helping your people in your state, then how can they be passionate about helping the nation? Once elected to be your senator, yes, I am still fighting for the people of New Jersey, and I will continue to fight for the United States. Thank you.
The reason that every single young American sitting down here today should vote for me is because I will have your economic interests at heart. With the tax dollars that we pay to Washington, D.C., we get 78 pitiful, tiny cents back for every $1 we give to them. What does that mean? That means our roads are cracked and pothole infested, and schools are hot in the summer and cold in the winter, and we face these problems every day. And I will not grandstand like my opponents, and I will give you a solution. My tax plan to reduce income taxes to 0, to make sure that the government cannot reach into your hard-working pocket and take away your wages. I'm going to fight for your own right to your own money. That seems pretty intuitive to me. Because when a business owner can keep their own money, and they can invest it back into the thriving economy, which allows their business to succeed. They can really foster success for their employees, for every one of you who will join the workforce in a few years. I can imagine that just about all of you are not getting your college paid for by some third party, whether that be your parents or the government. And so, when you are hardworking, I don't want the government to take your money away in 2 years just because they feel entitled to it. The government does not have the right to feed from your paycheck. And I will fight for your individual right to maintain your hard-earned wages. Thank you.
Question will be asked by Callie.
So how are we students supposed to ever pay off our student loans if college is getting more and more expensive?
Okay, so this kind of touches on another issue that I do have a particular strong stance on, and that is the federal board or the federal Department of Education. I want to completely abolish that and completely get rid of the nationalization of college. I want everything to be privatized because the fact of the matter, Kaylee, is that when things are privatized and when there is competition created among businesses like colleges, they have to bend over backwards to get you to go there. So colleges that have the same major and you're deciding which one you want to work tirelessly to get into, it's reverse. They have to work to get you there, to get your brain there, or maybe you're an athlete. They need you representing their school. They need to work hard to figure out what person can we offer. And so by privatizing it, I am going to then reduce the cost because of the fact that I will abolish that, and in turn, the loans that you are taking out will be less. And so to ultimately come back to your question, I'm not dancing around it. Your loans will be smaller if you elect me because the college will be cheaper, your loans will be smaller, and you will have to pay back less.
The next question will be asked by Richie Wright.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on Donald Trump, and are you for or against the decision of building a wall?
So the namesake of Donald Trump built that wall. I absolutely love the wall. The reason that I love the wall, right? Some people will call me racist, but I want a secure country. Because the fact of the matter is that when illegal immigrants can see here through the gaps and the fences, like the area is attempting to do, as they approach us right now, I think it is preposterous that we do not build a wall. And to kind of segue onto the other issue that Donald Trump has, I think his stance on gun control is very good. I'm going to talk about that further on, but I do agree with him. I think that babies grow the right to life. I agree with his stance on abortion. And I agree with him on his tax cuts. I think that he has done a lot of good, and that's what I'm going to be opposed to. We can see large GDP growth, and Americans overall had a very successful economy. And so overall, I would absolutely say I do support our president.
Same question goes to Ms. Bernigan for Mr.
Thank you, Robert. Young Americans, you should trust me with your vote because I will provide you with the expansion of this booming economy. Right now, with President Trump in office, his greatest success yet has been his tax cuts. We have seen a decrease in unemployment to 3.7% nationally. We've seen an increase in our GDP in 2017 to $19.39 trillion. These are astronomical gains. Well, what about New Jersey? New Jersey isn't left behind. In September 2017 to September 2018, we've seen an increase in 58,000 jobs being added to our economy. What is the number one thing that students are looking for when they get out of college? A way to pay back their debt, a job, a career opportunity. With this winning agenda, we're seeing an increase in opportunities to pay back these debts, an increase in opportunities for careers, and an increase in more money for your pockets. You should trust me with your vote because you know how I'm going to vote. I'm the conservative candidate. I'm just going to come right out and say it. I believe that we have rights enshrined in the Bill of Rights that need to be protected. The right for you to say whatever you want, the right to protect yourself, and the right to live no matter at what stage of development you are at. My opponents are not nearly as clear as they should be on the subject matter of President Trump. My Republican opponent right here has distanced himself several times on the campaign trail. If you elect Bob Eugen to Senate, how will you know how he will vote? How far away will he distance himself from President Trump's winning agenda? Robert Menendez has spent 25 years in the Senate. Do you think 6 years are going to change anything? And every opportunity this man has taken to bash our president. If it's raining outside, he'll find a reason to blame Trump. And if you vote for me, Tricia Flanagan, we'll see an increase in winning, and it will be a new day for NJ. Thank you.
The first question from the audience will be asked by
Hello, Tricia Flanagan. Why are you independent? Why am I independent? That is a great question. I'm an independent because I believe that my Republican opponent isn't Republican enough. She is more concerned with election than sticking to her principles, the foundation of the Republican Party. The rest of these candidates, I do not believe, will do a better job in the Senate than I will. Thank you.
Motivating you to run and what are you going to do about school shootings?
Thank you, Giovanni, for your question. What motivated me to run was seeing this candidate being elected and securing the Republican nomination when I know that she is just pandering to the different sects of New Jersey just for the sake of election. In regards to school shootings, I believe that law-abiding citizens, people that pass mental health screenings and follow through with this data integration, should be able to defend themselves and others. Thank you.
Okay, we will now move on to question 2. Question 2 states, if elected, what problem you specifically address as a member of Congress next year? You can do up no more than 1 minute response on this.
Thank you. What really concerns me about today's society is the cost of living. The cost of living in New Jersey is astronomically high. It is way too high, and you may wonder, what does this do for me? What is really going on? So let me paint a picture for you. The cost of living going up, a little bit higher, a little more expensive. Keep going up. Now I'm in the millions. Everybody wave to your friends, your wages. Down there, if you know. Your wages. Your wages is all the way down low. It's basically pennies compared to the cost of living. So what I want to do for you, New Jerseyans, is bring that cost up so you can live a more comfortable life. So how am I supposed to do that? Well, I'm going to increase the current state and property tax cap and increase your wages. Who in this audience has a job? Raise your hands. You can call me the Oprah of the White House because your paycheck increase. Your paycheck increase. Your paycheck increase. What I want to do for you, New Jersey, is call me Oprah because all of you in this building gets a pay increase. I will work day and night. I will take off my jacket and work for you. I will go against Trump and work for you to bring your costs up and so you can live a comfortable life. Thank you, everyone.
We are dead last in the amount of funding we receive back from Washington. $2 median rent, we only give back 78 cents in comparison to other states that give back $1.18. I cannot see how you guys can be sitting here right now thinking that that is fair. Because frankly, this is what is holding us back. This is not only what's causing our economy to suffer, but our infrastructure and our education. I do not want to stop living at my parents' house forcefully for 30 years of my life because New Jersey is so unaffordable. If you believe that New Jersey has a higher economic potential than we currently do right now, then I hope you will vote me Bob Hughes to be our senator.
Now, one of the more pressing issues for me is gun control in New Jersey. Because it is a flat-out lie to say that there are places in New Jersey that are not stricken by gun control in ways unimaginable. And this is because of, not in spite of, gun restrictions. Because of. And this is all because these criminals who acquire these guns out of state feel completely safe and uncontested when they go and shoot at a school. When they go and try to kill you. You sitting here today need to defend yourself with your Second Amendment right. And Murray Sabrin will fight in the Senate to make sure that you can protect yourself. You would be victims who would have your paychecks robbed by petty thieves the same way the government reaches into your pocket. You have the right to bear arms that shall not be infringed by the United States government. And you can defend every inch and every cent of your own property. And so remember, vote for freedom, vote for liberty, vote for life, vote for Murray Sabrin.
Thinking broader? Chaos, violence, a threat. This is what is happening right now at our United States southern border. Right now we have 21,000 migrants marching their way to our southern border, coming through various Central American countries, coming up through Mexico, and coming to our southern border. Granted, many of these individuals may be hard-working people trying to make a better life for themselves. But how many of them are wolves in sheep's clothing? A country deserves to vet those coming into the country. We have seen the fruits of illegal immigration reform, an increase in gang violence with the creation of MS-13. We've seen the increase in opioids flowing over the southern border. Now, what does this have to do with you? Democratic policies enacted by Phil Murphy, a good friend of my opponent Bob Menendez, states that they should give illegal immigration financial aid to colleges. Why do these individuals who are not claiming asylum coming here deserve to have the same benefits granted to every citizen? The answer, they don't. If you elect Tricia Flanagan to senator, you will see comprehensive enforcement of our laws to ensure that our citizens are safe. I will close with this. To quote President Reagan, a country without borders is no country at all. Thank you very much.
My campaign manager is Jeff Patel.
My campaign manager is Jeff Patel.
I'd like to welcome my campaign manager, Officer Torres.
My campaign manager is Jay Josh.
We will now take any questions from the audience and any of the candidates.
My name is Casey Glushka. My question is for Mr. Menendez. Our national debt rose tremendously under Obama. How will you fix this?
Yes, our national debt did rise under Obama, but he also inherited the 2008 recession, and we are at this stable position in our economy because of Obama. Ms. Flanagan will go on about how Trump has caused this economy to prosper, but it started with Obama. To answer your question about the national debt, right now, corporations are getting loopholes and not paying taxes, and the burden is going on you guys, the middle class. So I want to take I want big corporations and tax them and use that money to pay off our national debt. Mr. Saban over here, although this scenario of no taxes is ideal, that will only increase the national debt.
This is a question for Bob Keaton. What are your views on gun control?
So Bob Keaton believes that we should keep all people safe in the United States, and we are going to do everything we can to protect the people of New Jersey, no matter how hard it can be. We want to make sure that gun control stays strict, and we're going to crack down on it. We want to make sure that all people of New Jersey are safe in their homes and in the state.
My question is for the Sabering campaign. You claim that we should all have a right to a gun, but you also claim that school shootings are a major problem in the state of New Jersey when we have not had a school shooting in the state of New Jersey since 1982. So why should we change anything if our schools are safe now?
So firstly, as an example, also, I don't know if you're acquainted with a little place called Newark. Gang violence runs rampant in New Jersey and in Newark. The gun violence is astronomical, and it exists because of New Jersey's harsh gun laws. It is perfectly understandable to look at Parsippany High School, a place that has not been shut up, to my knowledge, and a place like Parsippany, which suffers very little from gun violence as a whole and as a town. It is very easy to forget these problems and to simply say to ourselves, well, I mean, it's not a problem, so why are you doing this? But the fact of the matter is that not every New Jerseyan lives like this. There are people in New York who need it. And so to go back to your question, school shootings were just an example. That was hyperbole. I figured you would get that. But still, there are people who are being shot who need guns to protect themselves. And if you vote for Bernie Sanders, they will.
My question is for Robert Menendez. What are your views on women's health care, specifically abortion and birth control?
Thank you for your concern. I am pro-choice, so I believe that you should have, or any other woman should have the choice of their body and should be told what to do with their body, because their body is their body. I have nothing to do with it. Any other one else doesn't have anything to do with it. If it's your body, it's your body. So I'm making those choices. Thank you.
My question is for Mr. Sabrin, partner. Why run as a libertarian, and what separates you from any other right-wing power contestant?
Oh, I couldn't. Sorry, your question. I couldn't make it.
I said, why run as a libertarian, and what separates you from any other right-wing power contestant?
What separates me from right-wing power contestant? First of all, fundamental ideology. First of all, our government has to say go on. They don't want us to go on. I think they go to both of those things. I want 0% tax. I want you to have your own money. I'm so against the government issuing their money. I don't think they're trying to do that. I really think they're I'm not trying to take your money because I'm really trying to make sure it stays in the bottom. That I, as a representative of the government, make sure that I protect the people rights. And a power-grabbing despot wants to make sure that guns are not in the hands of people. This is what Hitler and Mussolini did. They made sure that the people do not authorize. They made sure no one could contest their power to the civilian population, and that their military went uncontested. I, on the other hand, want to make sure that the civilian population has their Second Amendment right upheld and made that they have the gun as so long as they're mentally checked, their background check, make sure they are not violent, people aren't using internationally or to kill someone. justly, but I really think there was a misunderstanding. I know where you get power got invested. I want the opposite.
Last question.
This is for so you're running this really question, but just to have three people and say that you're pro-choice millennials and are standing as an account for a lot of this, maybe the Republican.
Thank you for your question. I think I'm actually really glad you asked that question, so I can curious to stand up. Yes, I am a Republican, and I do take different views around certain topics, but it is because it's what I believe is best for New Jersey. I know it can be seen as switching around, not really the Republican Party, running with the Republican Party for the name, but this is not at all what it is, contrary to what my opponent is planning to believe. I am running for the people of New Jersey because, frankly, you all deserve better. You do not need someone who has been corrupt to keep running the state of New Jersey as it has been doing wrongly for the past 25 years. Thank you.
Thank you all for coming, and remember to vote in your class on Monday, and tomorrow during all the even periods, we'll be the House of Representatives at our meeting. Thank you.